was asked by one of my viewers to do a little something about my battle belt, my loadout that I'm running with right now. This is a work in progress here. I'm still undecided on the way that I want to run it. I've been changing a few things up. The reason that I run a belt, a battle belt setup, versus a plate carrier or something like that is because, in all honesty, this is not, I'm not marginalizing or please, any of you ladies, don't take offense at me saying this. Now that I've prefaced it and already got you on edge here. If you take especially a woman that is not of tactical mindset, and they have not been immersed in the gun culture and military culture and all that stuff, and you show up to a class and you're tactical Tommy and you've got your load carrier set up, your plate carriers, full vest, I mean absolute combat rig set up, it can be a little intimidating. And in these beginner courses and in the women's specific courses, the idea is to not be tactical Tommy. You're trying to make them feel comfortable, and you don't want to intimidate. And whether we think it or not, as gear people and gun people, gear and things like that, the tactical get-up, is intimidating to people. And so I need to run something so I don't have to go back to the table and reload every time that everyone else does. That way it gives me the opportunity to stay and work with people that need a little bit of extra help or whatever. And so I have what I need on me. And the way that I'm running it right now with this setup, and this is a belt that I'm actually trying out from someone. It's nothing special. It is one of the things I don't like about it is it actually has a belt. If any of you guys have looked at any of these battle belts, most of them do not come with an internal belt. Most of them have a it's just your padded battle belt set up here, but then you have to add your own rigger's belt or whatever belt you want to add. This one's actually got a proprietary belt built in. It's just a piece of nylon webbing with this clasp. I don't like this. It's cheap. I don't like the way the clasp is, but it's got a complete tunnel through to where I can add a different belt to it. And I'm going to be adding another belt to this, a better belt. I don't like the way that this belt secures. Other than that, I like everything about the battle belt itself. It's nice and padded. It does real well so far. I like what I've seen so far with it. Now, the way that I'm running this setup, keep in mind I'm left-handed. I run the Blackhawk quick disconnect system for the Serpa 2 for the holsters. This is your male here, your female here. I did a video about this stuff where you can actually take these, and if you wanted to put one of these in your car, you could, where you could just clip your holster in. You've got retention, level 2 retention and everything. And this is behind here. It's attached to the Blackhawk. This is their Molly webbing adapter that you can adapt to the quick disconnect or right onto the back of one of the Serpa holsters. The way this works is it just goes in and it snaps and you're in. I have my IFAK here. This is a TYR, or a TYR. I think I mispronounced it in one of my last videos. A TYR tactical. I used to swim competitively, and a big name in goggles and stuff like that was TYR. And so I guess that's where I just automatically went to TYR instead of TYR or whatever. So excuse me for any of you guys that are proofreading what I say. Anyways, that's my IFAK. It's got cat tourniquet in it. I've added a couple of more quick clot sponges. It has an Israeli bandage, a couple things in there. Just good stuff. I'm going to continue to add to that. This is a Condor. This is actually one of their dump bags that had in here, it had an elastic piece that you could snap in, and it basically gave you an orifice where you could shove your magazines down in there and it would retain them as you pulled your hand back out. Problem is that the bag's not big enough whenever you start cramming down more than 1 or 2 30 round mags in there. It got in the way. And so I took it out, and the other thing is that since this flap, there's no place I can really go with the flap, and so it's got so much Velcro on it, it retains well, but if I'm trying to hurriedly dump a magazine in there, it doesn't work well. What I'm probably going to do is remove this and go to just an open dump pouch that actually has a double stitched or a thicker rim so it stays open, and just go with one of those on there for just for whenever I'm at the range. If I'm going to go hiking or go out and about, I would use this because I actually have a good lid that I can close on it and retain things. Going around here, this is Condor stuff as well. This is actually a double AR magazine pouch here. And what I've got is I actually have 2 of my 17 round pistol magazines here, the Smith & Wesson pistol magazines. They're back to back. And again, if I was going to be out running around doing battle, I wouldn't do that because they wouldn't have any retention. But that's just a couple of extras. Of course, no 30 rounder. What I've got right here, and this is just because this is what I had. I've got right here where these 2 are in is a double shingle magazine pouch. It just held 2. And then I've got a kangaroo pouch laced onto the top of it because this shingle here had MOLLE on the front of it as well. So I've got this double kangaroo pouch laced on there, and this pouch has the 2 AR magazine slots and the 2 pistol magazine slots. And what I've got in here, these are 22 round MP magazines, each one of them is. And so you can see that the Velcro on these, they just barely reach. You can actually adjust these straps if I wanted to undo them and get a little bit more slack, I could. But the way they are, they're just fine. And by leaving them like this, whenever I go and I throw a 17 rounder in there, it doesn't have a whole bunch hanging over the edge. So it's just the right happy medium to make them fit right. And so that's kind of how that goes there. One of the things that I do not like about this battle belt is that it's a little bit short. Whenever I put it on and buckle it, I've got a lot of real estate left in the front up here that there's no belt. It stops. It's short. It's for a smaller person. And so whenever I change belts, I'm going to go to one that's longer, that's for a little bit wider person, so I've got more real estate up there. That is one thing that I for sure am going to be changing. But either way, it's just a trial basis. I may start carrying these. If I do, I'll probably offer them a package with a different belt. But that's my loadout, the way that I'm running it right now. And like I say, you guys that have followed my channel and followed me at all, I'm not a combat veteran. I didn't have the honor of serving. And I tried. I used to do the motorcycle thing, and whenever I was younger, I broke myself up pretty bad. And at the time, especially, they were not interested in someone such as myself. So I had to go on. But either way, so I don't have all this stuff tried and true in combat and stuff. And the knowledge that I've gained about it is from learning from people that have been in combat, learning from people that do it for a living, and then adapting it to what I need for what I do. And what I do is I teach. I'm at the range, and so I teach, but I teach what I've learned from people smarter than I. So either way, that's that. It will change from time to time, and I just wanted to, just fulfill that request to show you all what I'm running here. Let you see it, and if any of you guys have any suggestions or any ideas or anything that you can think of that I might try, let me know. I mean, obviously I'd love to run some SOE gear. I don't have the extra funds to run the SOE gear right now for what I'm doing. I am going to be slowly amassing some higher end loadout gear and everything, but right now, with doing everything, building the shop up, getting all of my tools and everything else in and up and going, I just have to, you gotta pick and choose your battles, so to speak. So either way, that's that so far, and let me know what you think.